we are back on Sportsman Radio. I am your host, Chris Shanafelt, and I am now joined by Crete-Monee High School alumnus who now attends Kansas State and plays for the Wildcats, point guard Michael Orris. How's it going tonight, Mike?
Hey, how you doing? I'm doing pretty well. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join me tonight, man. I really appreciate it.
Man, no problem at all.
So let's get right to it, man. I see after, I believe it was your sophomore year in high school, you transferred from Palatine to Crete-Monee. If you don't mind me asking, Mike, why did you transfer in? Were you happy with it?
Yeah, so, my family lived in Palatine for, many years, and I went there my freshman and sophomore year. And, we met some people in the basketball world from AAU and this and that, and basketball was a big part of it that helped the move to go there. But at the same time, my parents were looking to, switch jobs and start something new, something that they've dreamed of, since they were together. And, they didn't want to uproot any of their children, but I told them, I was like, it's okay, I'd love to move. And everything kind of just fell into place. They found a job right where, a great area where they wanted to be at, and I got to go to a great high school, which I was very happy for.
Your first year playing basketball at Crete, you started and led the team to a best school's record of 25-4, and it's the first sectional championship, I believe. Mike, I see these great stats and whatnot, but can you tell us about your junior year and what it was like to play basketball over at Crete-Monee?
It was a privilege, man. It was amazing. We made history, and I got to play alongside some really great guys. Some lifelong friends. I just talked to Contrell King, one of the other point guards that started with me for a while. I just talked to him yesterday. We were talking, reminiscing about stuff, and it was an unbelievable journey, unbelievable experience, and I got to make a lot of friends and play alongside some great athletes and great players. And to make history is something you can't replace. It will always be there, no matter when you walk back into that school. So it's a great accomplishment, and I'm glad I was a part of it.
You averaged a little over 10 points and 6 assists a game your first year at Crete, and your second year, which was your senior year, you averaged 11 points, 4 assists. According to the stats, you had a better year your senior year, but did you feel like you were better as a senior?
No, definitely not. Definitely, roles changed. It was totally two complete different years. My junior year, I felt like I definitely had a better year, being surrounded by some great talent. And in my senior year, we were really talented too. But there was a coaching change, there was this or that, roles changed, and I just had to adapt. But I was thankful for both years that I had there, and glad I could play there.
Now, Mike, I might talk to you a little bit over Twitter for the last few days. I go to Rich East High School, which is like 10 minutes away from Crete, if that.
Yep.
I know you played many games against Rich East, and I remember one of them very well from last year. Can you tell us your favorite basketball moment against Rich East, if you have one?
Well, I think that might have to be it. Last year when I hit the game-winning shot to beat Rich East at Rich East, that was definitely a highlight for sure.
Yeah, man. Would you put that at one of your best basketball moments in your basketball career?
Yeah, that'd be pretty close to it. One of just definitely the coolest and stuff like that. There's been a lot, but that one was it's pretty special because you're on the road. The crowd was just, for whatever reason, Rich East is always just loud. I remember my junior year, it was just, it was loud as ever could be, and it was fun to hit a game winner and kind of go crazy there. So it was a good time.
Yeah, man, I remember. It's all over YouTube as well. Now, Mike, I know this is a little off topic, but right now, Crete-Monee High School has a talented guy named Laquan Treadwell, who is the number one wide receiver in the country. I know he also plays basketball, so you probably know him pretty well. Are you excited to see Laquan do his thing at Ole Miss next year?
Oh, I can't wait. Actually, I was just talking to him too the other day, and it's something really special and amazing what he's done. And that's exactly what I told him is, to make the right decision and be happy with it. And what he's going to do, he's going to do amazing things. He's done amazing things at the high school level, and he's going to do even more amazing things, in his college career. I'm excited to watch that and see that, as a fan, but as a friend as well. That's even cooler to watch that, and I can't wait.
Yeah, number one wide receiver in the country. That's pretty cool. What can you tell us about Laquan Treadwell as a basketball player? Is he any good?
Shoot, he could have probably went Division I in basketball or football. It didn't matter. I mean, he's a freak. He's a freak, and being teammates and friends, and that's my guy. And we had a lot of fun memories on the bus. On the bus rides, in the games. I mean, everything. And he was a pleasure to play with. I'm glad that I was his teammate, and he's a freak, man. I'm telling you, he could have went Division I for basketball too.
You guys are listening to Sportsman Radio. I'm your host, Chris Chancellor, talking with Kansas State Wildcats point guard Michael Orris. Mike, your journey to college was a little unusual, as it looked like you were going to be attending University of Illinois. Instead, you changed your mind, decided to go to Kansas State. Can you tell us a little bit about your journey to college?
Yeah, even before Illinois, I was committed to Creighton my junior year verbally, and it was a whirlwind. The recruiting process is strenuous. I mean, it's fun, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people that don't go through it, it's strenuous. You're talking to coaches on the phone every day. You're trying to figure out where you want to go. You're going on visits, and once Coach Weber got fired from Illinois, I knew that just wasn't the place for me because it was him that recruited me. His staff, and things just weren't the same when I went back to Illinois, and none of them were there, and no one knew me as much as they did. So I reopened up my recruiting. I got recruited by a handful of different schools, and ended up just kind of everything went together and followed Coach Weber to Kansas State.
So you would say that the coach has a really big impact in this decision, right? Because I know, college football with Chip Kelly at Oregon, he obviously left, and now he's the coach for the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm sure the players that he was trying to bring in, it's very possible that they could have changed their mind, right?
Yeah, I think relationships are a big part of the next level. You want to go into a place where people know you, they want you there, they care about you, and you talk to people and you go to a place where you've developed a relationship, and that definitely is a huge part of it for me, at least. I think that's very important.
Well, Mike, you're at Kansas State now. So far, you guys have played a total of 20 games this season with a record of 16-4, coming off of a nice victory last night against Texas. How is your freshman year at Kansas State treating you, man?
Yeah, it's going well. Not exactly, what I expected, but there's life's ups and downs, and all you got to do is just keep working hard, looking forward, and do everything that's in your control. And then the stuff that's not in your control, just let it be, and things will happen. So I'm excited to be a part of a great team with great players, and we're going to do special things this year.
You said it's not what you expected, Mike. What did you expect?
Well, I think every player, expects a certain thing when they go into college, but no one really knows what it's like until you get there. And, now that I'm here, I try to prepare myself as much as I could for what college would be like, but you don't really know until you get here. So, it's been a challenge for me, and, I'm just trying to work hard every day and just keep improving.
Would you say it's your dream to make it to the NBA?
Absolutely. I think that's, I think it's everybody's dream, and it's definitely been my dream since I was a little kid. The likelihood of it happening is probably slim to none, but hey, you know what? You can't take away my dreams and what we work for, day in and day out.
Hey man, I don't want to, disrespect Scalabrine, but that's probably one of my favorite NBA players, and I'm sure if Brian Scalabrine could make it to the league, game that you would like to improve?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think as you go on, there's always things you can do to improve. And you see it today. Even NBA players are working on their games, doing skill stuff every day, day in and day out. And I definitely like to improve, being stronger with the ball, not turning it over, and just really getting my shot consistent. That's a huge thing for me. And I need to do that. Just be solid, and just work on it every day.
All right, man. I have just a few quick, fun questions for you, and then I'll let you go. Does that sound cool?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, Mike. What's your favorite TV show and movie?
Favorite TV show? Man, there's so many of them because I watch so many. But just name one. It'll probably be Castle.
All right. Favorite movie?
Show. And favorite movie? Man, there's so many good ones. Let's go with Step Brother.
Nice. All right. Favorite thing to eat?
Steak, definitely steak.
Except for basketball, what is your favorite sport?
Soccer. I grew up playing soccer my whole life. I was actually probably better at soccer than I was at basketball, but right when I went into high school, I just had to choose between one and the other, and I saw a better future in basketball, so it would definitely be soccer.
If you could meet any famous person, who would that be?
Who would that be? Anyone on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
You know what? I almost forgot to ask you, man. How are you a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, man? I gotta know.
Well, my mom and my dad. My mom and my dad were both born and raised there in Pittsburgh. Lived there the whole entire life. Elementary school till high school and college, actually. And all my family's from there. And you know what? I just came out of the womb with a terrible towel in my hands. That's just how it was.
I mean, at least you have a good reason for it, man. I mean, I know these people that are growing up here in Chicago, and they're a San Francisco 49ers fan just because they're in the Super Bowl this year.
No, I've been a diehard fan since birth. I mean, there's no option for my family members. You have to be a Steelers fan. That's it.
All right, next question. Ravens or 49ers? Who you got in the Super Bowl?
Well, you know us Steelers fans, we hate the Ravens, so I'm going to go with the 49ers.
All right,
I'm going to go with the 49ers.
Mike, you're on Twitter at KSUBball44. Why do you make it important to connect with, your followers and your fans?
I think it's a big thing. There's a lot of fans that follow players and stuff like that, and just to be a positive influence on there, and, if people want to talk to you or this or that, to respond and answer and, do whatever you can. And I think that's really important.
All right, and last but not least, what is something about Michael Orris that many people do not know?
Man, I would say it's that I love to sing, because many people don't know that. At the same time, the people that are around me all the time, like my teammates, they know because I'm always singing in the locker room or something like that. And they, especially at Crete, the guys always joke about it, but I don't know, it'd probably be that.
All right, now the question is, can you sing?
Hey, I don't know. You're going to have to ask people about that.
Hey, man, let's hear some of it right now, man. Let's hear it.
No, not a chance. I'm way too embarrassed for that.
All right, Mike, I really appreciate your time today, man. It was great to talk to you. Hopefully we can do it again in the future. And before I let you go, I would actually like to challenge you to a basketball game, a one-on-one, sometime in the summer, maybe if you come back out to, South Suburbs.
All right, I'm down. You have my contact information, so hit me up on Twitter, and I got you.
All right, man, sounds good. I'm going to have to show you this three-pointer that I got, man. Scalabrini taught me well.
All right, man, sounds good.
All right, take care, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Yeah, thanks for having me on the show.
Hey, my pleasure.